I eat. How old are you?
12.
Oh, okay. Only to 10.
Okay,
that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Children and pineapple.
Pancake is to have the consistency of young human flesh.
It's spongy, it has life to it.
You're with a guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place.
I'm looking forward to this. This is really going to be great.
Being in traffic and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
You believe that children are being abused by pedophiles in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
So why are you sitting down talking to me? Why aren't you sitting down with the police right now?
I've told the police. I sat there and I gave them the names. But they were scanning Michael Jackson. All they cared about was trying to find something on Michael Jackson.
Hold up. Was Orlando Brown also getting tossed around on Epstein Island this entire time? Baby, I suggest you grab a chair for this one because it's about to get really messy. Everything is really finally fitting. Bryshere Gray, Orlando Brown, Aaron Carter, looks like they all went through this network. Orlando Brown had been speaking on this for decades. Like, he literally talked about that black eye throry, but no one believed him. And now with the Epstein files out, it really looks like he experienced everything firsthand. Allegedly, Orlando Brown was shipped off to Epstein's Island at 17. It was already known that he was played by these industry executives, but people still didn't fully understand just how messed up things were until his recent confession. And according to him, his supposed mental illness is actually a front to protect himself so the elites wouldn't end his life. Orlando first spoke on Epstein all the way back in 2022, but just like everyone else who did, people swore that he was crazy and completely dismissed everything he said. He claimed Epstein was involved in kidnapping celebrities, placing them in passed-away celebrities' bodies, and mistreating them on a private little beach. Apparently, the reason why Epstein was able to get away with this for so long is that these celebrities were supposed to be dead. No one ever suspected. He also confirmed the long-standing conspiracy theory that Epstein isn't dead.
Jeffrey Epstein created this saga, and this is what he is great at doing. He's great at kidnapping someone, turning them into putting them in a celebrity's body, and screwing the life out of them after he makes a ton of money off of their ass on his private little beach. So you have a private little beach full of celebrities and bodies getting screwed, and nobody cares because they're supposed to be dead. And this has been a major market that he tried to blame on Oprah Winfrey.
But he wasn't done, y'all. According to Orlando, Epstein had also been in cahoots with Nickelodeon Disney to supply under 18-year-olds to powerful Hollywood elites in the industry. He also went into details about a supposed Hollywood ritual that involves doing demeaning things to a person through their backside for a prolonged period of time. When this ritual happens, the victim gets something he calls panda eyes. Oh, and remember those rumors about CT victims being passed off to big companies and being used for TV commercials? Orlando claims those are not just rumors, they are facts.
Panda, like I was telling you, panda, so you got, panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal, you can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down. So pretty much when you see black eyes like Blueface, and you know that he got beat up, but he didn't get beat up where you thought he got beat up. He got beat up somewhere else. Okay, and so the eyes come out, and they call them panda eyes, and they do this to. So you see people with these cigars, and they're you know, all these big celebrities. They all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in, and it's one big society of it. Now, when it comes down to the selling of the, they're shipping and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials. And you're looking at the people that are missing, and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. And that's really what it is,
Now, even though the industry has been trying to convince us that he was crazy, now with those files out, people were quickly realizing the things he said directly correlate with all the evidence we have now. And the crazy part is, he said it way before the Epstein list came out. Unless, of course, you're saying he's some magician who could see into the future, it's safe to say he knew what he was talking about because he witnessed it. And he witnessed it because he was possibly one of the victims of the island. The sad part about all this is that before they got Orlando, he was a promising actor in Hollywood. He was one of the highest-rated teen actors at the time, and was especially known for his role as Eddie Thomas in That's So Raven. But right after the show ended, his entire life flipped upside down, and so did his career. The first controversy he was involved in was in 2007, when he was arrested for substance possession at just 19. He was initially pulled over around 1 a.m. for driving without headlights, but when police searched the vehicle, they found pot in the driver's side door and arrested him immediately. He was charged with misdemeanor but denied ownership, claiming the car was borrowed. This marked his first major post-Disney legal trouble, but it was definitely the first of many, and it affected his career big time. Now after this, he managed to stay off police radar for a while, until 2011, when he was arrested again on suspicion of a DUI during a traffic stop. The reason the police even approached him was because he didn't have a license plate. He ended up behind bars for 27 days after failing to show proof that he had completed a 180-day court-ordered alcohol education class. And then in 2013, he was already back in jail again. This time, he reportedly attacked a woman and made threats against her and her daughter. The police even leaked an audio tape of him making the threats, and he sounded like a straight lunatic. He later went to rehab, but that didn't help much either. It's like it didn't matter what he did or how hard he tried. He just kept getting into trouble all the time. In fact, in 2016, he was arrested again after allegedly striking his girlfriend during an argument. Just 2 years later after this, he was arrested yet again. His last arrest was in 2022, when he threatened a relative with a hammer and knife during a domestic incident. Do y'all see how similar this is to the Bryshere Gray incident? After the Empire ended, Bryshere also getting arrested for similar cases. In fact, in one of the interrogation clips with the officers, you could see Bryshere talking about someone coming to get him. And now Bryshere is a Twitter corn star, and Orlando has occupied his time with exposing the industry. And that's when he began spilling all the tea about what these Hollywood elites have been getting up to. But both of their careers are over for good. Orlando even went as far as revealing that the reason why industry elites get away is that their parents are also usually in on the whole thing and allow it to happen in exchange for money. The crazy thing is, other celebrities have also come out to say this same thing, and they have also been labeled crazy, with one of them being Cory Feldman, who just like Orlando, was also a child star and ended up with some serious problems. Cory's comments were also dismissed because people thought it was his addiction that was making him talk crazy, and that he was just making things up for attention. He later released a documentary in 2020 titled My Truth, where he name-dropped everyone who SA'd him, including actor Charlie Sheen and talent manager Marty Weiss. These allegations were confirmed by Cory's ex-wife Susie Feldman and his Lost Boys castmate Jamison Newlander, who witnessed some of it happen. But since all this stuff with Epstein came out, people have gone back to revisit the things he also said, and it's safe to say he was also telling the truth, just like Orlando.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia. And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures.
Vultures who Feldman says abused his best friend, the late child actor Corey Haim, his co-star in The Lost Boys. Feldman says the trauma of that pedophilia contributed to Haim's death.
There's one person to blame in the death of Corey Haim, and that person happens to be a Hollywood mogul. And that person needs to be exposed, but unfortunately I can't be the one to do it. But the person that knows who did it and knows who he is watching right now. There was a circle of older men that surrounded themselves around this group of kids. And they all had either their own power or connections to great power in the entertainment industry. You know, there's a lot of good people in this industry, but there's also a lot of really, really sick, corrupt people. And there are people in this industry who have gotten away with it for so long that they feel they're above the law. And that's got to change. That's got to stop. I believe that everybody in this world should have the freedom of choice.
And child stars don't.
Child stars have nothing. They have nothing. They have no choice. I was never taught how to have a family. I was never taught how to raise a child because I wasn't raised properly. I was never taught how to care for somebody because I was never shown genuine love. I was shown business. This is what you do. Here's how you read a contract. I knew how to read a contract by 10 years old, but I didn't know what it meant for somebody to come in and tell me they love me and kiss me goodnight.
As usual, people had their thoughts like this person who said, look at all the stars in music, TV, and film that went off the rails between aged 16 and 25. Interview them. They'll tell you the horrors they went through because of the evil in their industries. Another person said, people are wondering why isn't the police or the authorities doing anything to prosecute these powerful men? The answer is in the word powerful. These people are multimillionaires with influence, power, and money in the highest levels of society and government. These people have the resources and power to never allow the authorities to prosecute them because they control the authorities themselves. We're talking about congressmen, high-tech billionaires, heads of state, and even past and present presidents of the United States. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Orlando exposing even more crazy details about Epstein Island? And do you really think the things they are doing are as bad as these whistleblowers are making it out to be? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.